for that introduction. I just have a couple questions for you guys, and I'd like to see a show of hands. Whenever you were little, do any of you remember wanting to be firefighters? Any firefighters out there? Did any of you want to be police officers or maybe an astronaut? Well, I have to admit that when I was younger, I had some pretty big dreams too. When I grew up, I wanted to be a Power Ranger. That's right. Everybody knows how cool Power Rangers are. Now, I knew that being a Power Ranger was not going to be an easy task, so I set out to work. But after preparing for my career for just a few hours, I realized that maybe being a Power Ranger was going to be a little harder than I thought. I ran into a couple problems. First of all, the Power Rangers, well, they got skills. And, well, I had none. The Power Rangers could do ninja moves and backflips and cartwheels, and I was fairly lucky if I could walk and talk at the same time. Second of all, those cool Power Ranger suits, where did they get those? I could not find them anywhere in Walmart. So I soon decided that maybe being a Power Ranger wasn't the best career choice for me. But what was I going to do? So fast forward 10 years to high school. As if being a teenager isn't hard enough, did you know when you get to high school, they actually have the nerve to ask you to start preparing for your future? My future? I didn't even know what I wanted to eat for breakfast or what clothes I wanted to wear to school. And they expected me to plan for my future? Nevertheless, I thought I'd give it a shot. First, I wanted to be a music teacher. And then I wanted to be an English teacher. And then I decided I did not want to be a teacher at all. I went through many different options, and soon I realized that I had no idea what I wanted to do at all. Now, I know when you're a freshman or a sophomore, they tell you, it's okay, you have time, you don't have to know right now. But there's still something a little bit depressing about not knowing what you want to do with your life. My freshman year, however, I made a decision that has changed my life forever. When I was a freshman, I put on this blue corduroy jacket and became a member of the National FFA organization, the greatest youth organization in the world. Now, through my years in FFA, I learned skills I never thought that I would. I learned how to judge cattle, I judged poultry, identified insects, learned how to keep records, and even found myself in front of a room full of people giving speeches, something that I never thought I would do in my life. Now, it was my senior year after participating in the Farm Bureau Public Speaking Contest that I realized something. I knew what I wanted to do with my life. Over my years in FFA, I had fallen in love with the agriculture industry. I had found that reading, writing, and speaking about agriculture was truly where my heart lied. Now, I'd be willing to bet that some of you in this room tonight maybe discovered a talent or a skill that you thought you didn't have before. Maybe some of you tried giving a speech for the first time, and maybe you found out you're really not so bad at it. Maybe some of you realized that you are really good at interviews, and maybe some of you simply realized that when you give 100%, you can do things you never thought you were capable of. Now, I know not everybody in this room wants to have a career in agriculture, and some of you may think that the skills you learn in this organization will not help you. The truth is, the things you learn in FFA will make such a huge impact on your life. No matter what you go into, the skills you learn through this organization will help you succeed. I can guarantee you if you put your heart and soul into this organization and take advantage of every opportunity that the FFA gives you, you will succeed no matter what you do. Now, my year as a state officer will soon be coming to an end, and there are a couple people here tonight that I want to thank. This is really my only opportunity to. So first of all, to my parents, my mom's here tonight, thank you for everything you've done for me. Second of all, to my ag teacher, Mr. Terry Jenkins. We had some rough times working several hours on state degree applications when we didn't have school, but we made it, and with all of your support, and thank you for so much believing in me. And then finally, of course, I have to thank the members. I wouldn't have done this without you guys. You guys are my inspiration, and I cannot begin to tell you how much you guys have impacted me throughout this year. Okay, hang on. Now, having said that, my year is coming to an end, and of course, Every year we select a new state officer. So I would like to introduce you guys to the 2012-2013 state officer tonight. He's a great kid. We've been friends for several years now, and I've really enjoyed getting to see him develop into such a leader. The area will be so lucky to have him, and I have a little something for Mr. Kenny Swope, if you would like to come forward. Thank you so much for letting me represent you for the past year. I've had the time of my life, and I feel so blessed to have been a part of such an amazing organization.